You want them to live a basketball-centric life so that they can then go down that path for these very specific goals. So in this video, we're going to talk about those two levels of involvement in basketball and where and how you should get them started down those paths. Let's start out with the more casual players. Now, something either serious or casual players need to keep in mind is when you're talking about getting kids involved in sport, especially in basketball, I believe that basketball is great in terms of physical fitness and activity and becoming sort of athletic, using whatever athleticism you have, because I believe that basketball is the most athletic American sport we have. I have a video explaining why that is. That being the case, that means basketball is kind of a double-edged sword, which is, yes, basketball can get you into great shape. It's a great source of fitness. It can bring out whatever athleticism you do have if you have great, genes and genetics to be a good athlete. The flip side being, if a kid isn't that athletic, if they don't have athletic genes, genetics in their family, if they don't have, specific basketball talent, they're just not that great, naturally at basketball, it's unlikely that they are going to stick with basketball as they get older. Just keep in mind that it's unlikely that they stick with basketball, into their teenage years if they're not all that athletic. Now, getting into how do you get them involved, as a casual player, as just sort of physical activity for them when they're young. It's important that when you're doing this, when you're trying to encourage them to play basketball, really just comes down to having them exposed to as much basketball as possible. So like in the home, that means having them have a basketball, that's their size, it's appropriate for them, their height, that they're able to handle and use. A lot of players, a lot of kids who are, starting to get involved in basketball, they spend a lot of their time, maybe even the majority of their time, not really using the basketball, but just handling it. You're just having it in their hands and just spinning it and, just sort of like fiddling with it, right? Just sort of, getting used to having, a basketball in their hands, getting used to the feel of a basketball in their hands.